The following is a live presentation of News Channel Nebraska Sports.
To Grand Island Memorial Stadium, we have soccer coming your way on a Thursday evening. A top 10 matchup in Class A as Lincoln North Star comes to Grand Island to take on the Islanders. The Gators sitting at number 5 in Class A, 9-2 on this season. Grand Island number 6, sitting at 9-3. The Islanders would love to avenge a loss to the Gators earlier this season. North Star did get the better of Grand Island in the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament semifinal contest. Although Grand Island does have something good to sit on, they were not full strength in that contest. And they are hoping that now, sitting at full strength and firing on all cylinders, that could be the difference. Now, it was a 2-0 victory for the Gators back earlier in mid-season. That contest coming back on the 4th of April. Brandon Axman with you, though, here today. Glad you're with us. Game starting a little later than anticipated. The girls' contest prior went to overtime. North Star came out on top 2-0. It's also senior night as well, so we just wrapped up our senior night presentation in front of the home fans, and there's a lot of seniors on this Islanders starting lineup. They will be getting the start here tonight. We'll take a look at our starting lineups for both of these teams. And again, this Grand Island starting 11, Coach Jeremy Jensen giving his seniors the spotlight here. Very much different than what the normal starting 11 is, but he said these players, they've put in their time, they've earned it, and they get the start. Luis Aguilar, Dylan Almquist, Valentin Guerrero, Alex Rendon, Daniel Montiel, Moises Jacobo, Jake Jacobo as well, Brian Covarrubias, Stephen Castillo, and Leandro Bedoya. Again, 8 seniors in that starting 11 for Grand Island. Now you look at North Star and their starting 11. Wiley had a couple goals against the Islanders last time they met. Jonathan Velasquez, he is the spearhead of this attack. Velasquez with 8 goals and 8 assists. And you have Andrew Leha, Luka Nedic, Mirzad Ozaranovic, Randy Iguizeri, Hao Dao, Marokin Solis, Sabias Freitas, and Becic in goal. And again, this North Star team, very, very good. There's a reason they're the top 5 team in Class A. 2 losses, but both of them coming against Lincoln Southwest. Southwest is the number 3 team in Class A. So we're looking forward to some good soccer coming your way shortly. We'll take a break and be back with live action on a News Channel Nebraska. And welcome back here to Grand Island. Brandon Axman with you for some soccer coming your way. Islanders starting 11, like we mentioned, 8 seniors in this one. Getting a look at them here as we get ready to go. Islanders, a lot at stake. Of course, talking to head coach Jeremy Jensen, wanting to finish this season strong, wanting to be able to host a district. And this Islander team has aspirations of going to the state tournament and being a high seed. And you have 3 tough games against the Lincoln opponents to close out the season, and you want to get every one of them if possible. Lincoln North Star tonight, then you travel to Lincoln East and Lincoln Southwest on the 29th to round out the regular season. Again, all senior starting lineup for Grand Island. As you see the visiting North Star Gators walking onto the pitch as well. 9-2, number 5 in Class A. North Star on a 2-match winning streak, victory over Fremont and most recently Elkhorn South. We'll take one more quick break and be back with high school soccer on News Channel Nebraska. And welcome back here to Grand Island, Nebraska. We're getting ready to go a top 10 clash here in Class A as the Islanders, number 6, hosting number 5, Lincoln North Star. Again, lots at stake. We're in the final third of this soccer season before districts. Grand Island sitting at 9-3, North Star at 9-2. The Gators did get the better of the Islanders earlier this month in the semifinals of the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament. Down in Lincoln, that was a 2-0 victory for the Gators. And again, the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament, that was a tough weekend for Grand Island, a competition they normally do so well in. They weren't necessarily full strength, and they ended up getting 4th in that competition. After falling to North Star, they then lost 2-0 to Lincoln East as well. But since that, they've rattled off 3 wins against some solid opposition. Columbus, Lincoln Southeast most recently. That was a 2-1 win on Tuesday, but also in that stretch of 3 games was a 1-0 victory over Kearney, then number 5, handing the Bearcats their 2nd loss of the season. That was right here on this field, and that was a Steven Castillo goal in the final 2 minutes to give the Grand Island Islanders a big win over their rivals. And this is the first game back on this pitch since that dramatic victory. We'll see what tonight has in store. Again, thank you for being with us here for Soccer on News Channel Nebraska. Again, all senior starting lineup here for the Islanders, and they nearly create a chance early on. Nicely done by Janis Becic, the keeper. He's called upon early. That one knocked out of play by Daniel Montiel. Talking to Coach Jeremy Jensen, getting ready for this one, he said, North Star, they're very good at what they do. They have their weapons. When you look at Luka Nedic as well as Jonathan Velasquez, both of those players with 8 goals apiece. They like to boom the ball forward from the back, he says, so we're talking to our back line. Grand Island's going to try to play high up the pitch, perhaps create some offside trap opportunities, and play soft, he said, and allow the offense to come to them. So basically he's giving his opposition some respect, the respect they deserve when they have some players at the top of their attack that has the skill of Jonathan Velasquez, who's getting looks from colleges, as several other players are on this Gators team. This North Star team, returning 7 starters, 14 in total, as there's a through ball in. Bedoya has to come out. There's a collision, and Bedoya then clears it away. Nicely dealt with by the senior keeper. Or junior keeper, rather, excuse me. And we have a North Star player down, and that looks to be Velasquez, actually, as ball is finally knocked out of play. Clock will stop here at 38-13 for this injury. Kid Velasquez, the senior, a captain. 8 goals and 8 assists to his name. But he is down right where that collision took place with Bedoya. He's getting tended to by the training staff, so just very early on. We'll take a break here and be back with soccer when this game resumes. And welcome back here after the injury timeout. Jonathan Velasquez from North Star taken off the pitch momentarily. We'll keep our eyes on that. That is arguably the most dangerous weapon for North Star, and he goes down early. Again, a collision with Bedoya, the keeper. Now a mistake here by the Islander back line. And the Gators looking to make him pay. GI does recover. I was saying before the break, Velasquez has 8 goals and 8 assists. Tied for the lead in the goal scoring category and the assist category with Nedic as well. North Star was on a 7-game winning streak before April 7th, and that's when they lost to Lincoln Southwest 2-1. Again, the Silverhawks are the only team to defeat Lincoln North Star this season. Southwest and North Star met the first game of the 2018 soccer season back on March 16th, and the Silverhawks came out 4-2 victors. But other than that, North Star has defeated every other team they've encountered this season. Victories over Southeast 6-2, victory over Hastings 6-1, 5-1 over Norfolk. Had a little scare against Columbus, went to overtime but then took down the Discoverers 2-0. 2-1 win over Lincoln High, 3-1 over Fremont, 2-0 over Grand Island like we've talked about. And again, their most two recent wins, 4-1 against Fremont, 3-2 against Elkhorn South. As always, we'd like to remind you to feel free to interact with us on Twitter. Give us a tweet, give us a follow at NCN Sports. We'll give you a shout out. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're watching from, anything else you might like to throw in there. We always enjoy interacting with our fans on social media. And of course, we have viewers from Lincoln. Talking to Coach Jason Bruneau. 4th year with the Gators program. He was sure to spread the word and let people know how to watch in Lincoln on Allo Cable as well as online at ncnsportsnow.com. And another mistake by the back line. Orozco trying to take it away from Al Wiley. And the Gators are given a free kick from 40 yards out here. Not a whole lot of wind to speak of. And it'll be Kobe Ceballos to take the free kick. Another captain on this team. He knocks it quickly to Nedic. Ball sent dangerously into the box. Jake Jacobo on the defense. Moises Jacobo knocks it up towards Aguilar. Aguilar, normally a defender. Did grab a goal, though, this season against Hastings. That was in the 3-1 victory over the Tigers. Again, stolen away by the Gators. Andrew Leha drops it back. Now swung to Osmanovic. Won by Montiel. Castillo finds Moises Jacobo in the middle. Boom forward by Jake Jacobo towards Guerrero. Aguilar applying pressure. And you can see the senior starting lineup, they're hungry. Not necessarily always getting as much playing time as some other players on the squad, and Coach Jensen rewarding them with the start, and they've created a couple dangerous chances here in the game's opening 5 or so minutes. Gators on the far side. Another ball sent towards the box. Castillo heads it forward. Nice moves there by Mendieta. And Aguilar will be called for the foul. Free kick upcoming here for North Star. Again, Ceballos to take this one. Bounces around. And knocked up towards Almquist. North Star wins the throw. Ceballos again. Sends it up, but we have offside called against North Star. Talking to Coach Bruneau, Gators, a team that likes to possess as well, knows that Grand Island is a very dangerous squad, and when talking to him about that victory in the HAC over the Islanders, he said that was probably the most focused we'd ever been in a warm-up pregame. He said everything was clicking, we were excited, we were fired up, and maybe a reason for that was the Islanders knocked the Gators out of the HAC last year in shootout fashion, but North Star got the revenge. The 2-0 victory. Again, Grand Island was not full strength, as we now see a more familiar starting 11 start to come on the pitch. Najib Omar, the sophomore, he was one of those players who was dealing with a leg injury throughout the Heartland Athletic Conference tournament. He was out. Moises Jacobo had the flu, and Leandro Bedoya, the goalkeeper, also nursing an injury and wasn't playing during the HAC in that 2-0 victory for North Star. So a little bit of difference here as these two teams clash for the second time. Almost 10 minutes in, 0-0. Charging forward is Gomez Jr. Back now to Castillo. Orozco has a rip from deep, and that doesn't trouble Becic too much. Bekic's first save. Bekic also a captain for this North Star team. Throwing back to Moises Jacobo, knocks it up towards Orozco. Right now you have Orozco in an attacking position alongside Najib Omar. Osmanovic trying to find Al Wiley, but again, that'll be offside called on the Gators, the second offense early on here, and that's a byproduct of the Islander back line playing that offside trap Coach Jensen was talking about. Chance here for the Gators, but Bekic, the experienced keeper, comes out. Now, I say experienced. Actually didn't play keeper, though, last year. He's embracing the role. Coach Bruneau couldn't be more happy about what he's doing. But he was a midfielder last year. But he's taken on this goalkeeping duty with a lot of pride and has earned captain's honors. And he comes out again off his line as Gomez was charging down. Headed by Castillo. One back by Osmanovic. Interception by Nedic. And you see the skill that he has at his feet, trying to release the player up top. A rip deflected. And another shot by Al Wiley, knocked off the foot of Moises Jacobo. Uloa knocks it forward. But you see how dangerous Luka Nedic is. He really pulls all the strings in this attack. For North Star, has great vision. Najib Omar charging down the pitch. And you see the issues he's causing. And Omar, that's definitely a foul. We'll see if the official gives a card. And you see just the speed of Omar causing that frantic play, and Bekic goes down, no card issued. Just a sophomore. And Omar being very aggressive, but he is dangerous up front. And I think probably the right call by the official. There was nothing malicious in that tackle. Looked a little awkward, but free kick's been given. Nearly intercepted by Gomez. Back to Bekic. Jacobo trying to release Omar. Nicely done by that back line of Ceballos to step up for the interception. And good news for North Star. It appears Jonathan Velasquez is back in up top after going down in those first opening minutes of the contest after that collision with Bedoya. And ball went out of play, so Grand Island will throw it in. Look for a second like they had a counter coming. Actually a free kick issued here. So Covarrubias, another senior mainstay on this back line for the Islanders over the last 3 or 4 years, knocks it toward Orozco, who's called for the foul. And North Star, coming off a year where they went to the state tournament for the second time in program history, won city for the first time in program history, also won districts for the second time, and talking to Coach Bruno, said really probably the most decorated season we had last year. Now they exited state earlier than they would have hoped, a 3-2 defeat to Millard West. But when you bring back 7 starters, 14 players with experience, said this year our goals are to get back to state, but not only that, but to advance. And they certainly have the talent to do it. Ball sent towards Al Wiley, brings it back. And it's going to be Grand Island ball. A couple substitutions coming on for Grand Island. I think that's Francisco Ayala and Jose Amaya coming on up top. Or rather, Abdul Juma. Juma chasing the ball down on the far side. And Juma's got a few games this season where he started up top alongside Omar, another young talent, just a sophomore. North Star runs a 4-3-3, and they nearly spring a counter here. Bedoya coming way off his line to clear it away. They have the striker, a winger on either side, and then 3 in the midfield, 2 defenders or defensive mids and 1 attacking. And talking to Coach Bruno, he said really one of our weaknesses is we don't get enough bodies forward when we're on the attack. He wants to see more support from the back line and those holding mid positions when North Star becomes dangerous. But also this North Star team, they have plenty of offensive firepower and they're very clinical in front of net. And all you have to do is look at the stats to see that. Again, stolen by the Islanders, switched fields to Castillo. That takes a deflection off Al Wiley. Islander throw upcoming. have a couple more substitutions coming on for GI. Throw into Omar. Castillo. Shot off the head of a Gator. Isco Ayala. Now a chance here for North Star to potentially counter. Solid defense to slow down Morales. Anthony Acosta also in and as a part of that substitution for Grand Island. Osmanovic takes on the double team, one back. That was Bermudez stealing it away. Again, Omar with it up top. And here's Omar running on. It's him and the keeper. Omar, and it's blocked. And that's tough to tell the sophomore not to take the shot there, but he had a teammate running wide open at the 6-yard box. He was calling for the square. But what a save by Bekic. He came out when called upon. Now here comes North Star on the counter. Game's opening up a little bit here. Omar with another chance. This time the offside flag is up. We'll take another look at it here. Omar. And you see his buddy, I believe that's Jair Orozco, just saying, hey, lay it off to me and we have a tap in. But that was a great link-up play by the Islanders. Omar on the give and go, and sometimes you got to tip your hat to the keeper. And we get the halfway point here in half number 1. Still scoreless between these two top 10 teams. Nedic, ball at his feet, and you see the skill. He tries to release his player up top. Shot from way out, that won't trouble Bedoya. We'd like to remind you that NCN coverage is proudly supported by JBS. As the #1 meat protein producer in the world, they are proud of the Grand Island employees and their shared commitment to the community. JBS, making your world stronger. Still 0-0. Bedic with a big save not long ago as Omar again charges down and forces the clearance. Another Grand Island throw, another sub coming in for the Islanders. Looks like that's Jake Jacobo re-entering. Orozco dribbling through defenders, still has the ball at his feet. Now Moises Jacobo with a shot, and he finds the back of the net. The junior strikes first, and the Islanders take a 1-0 lead. Jacobo's seventh goal of the season. He leads the Islanders in that category. And a great piece of skill there by the junior. Just a failed clearance by North Star. And Jacobo taking a rip, finds the side netting. Goal coming in the 22nd minute. The Islanders are on the board. Again, Jacobo leading the Islanders in both goals and assists. That is now goal number 7. He also has 6 assists for his junior campaign. So the officials stop the play momentarily. We're back in action. Ball switch to Castillo. Ayala. Orozco trying for the back heel. Ayala dispossessed by American Solis. And here's a chance for North Star potentially. Good defense by Jake Jacobo. Covarrubias gonna have to try to run the ball down. He does just that. This experienced center back deals with the danger. And we have another free kick awarded to North Star. And so, clock stopped here at 16:09 actually for this injury. Not sure who it is that's down. We'll take another quick break and be back with more soccer on News Channel Nebraska. And welcome back. Dangerous free kick by North Star coming off of the injury timeout. Bedoya parries it away. We're back in action here. Brandon Axman with you here on News Channel Nebraska. Glad you're joining us for some Thursday night soccer. Battle of top 10 teams. Grand Island just got on the board thanks to Moises Jacobo. Found the side netting in the 22nd minute. Islanders leading 1-0. Omar wins the Islanders a corner kick. It'll be the first corner upcoming for GI. Jacobo to take it. Ball sent to the back post, headed away by Al Wiley. Strong tackle by Jake Jacobo. Ball booned forward by Ceballos, searching for Nedic. It looks to be playing a more attacking role already. Normally plays center attacking mid. He's now situated on the right wing spot. Moises Jacobo with a win, and we have a tackle by Ceballos, and that's going to be a yellow at the very least.
Tackle.
And Ceballos will have to go off the pitch for a few moments. And you can't do that. That was just a strong legal tackle by Moises Jacobo to win that. And then you see the illegal tackle by Ceballos. Steven Castillo will swing this one in. He has the leg to put this in the box. And perhaps a little bit mishit. And That'll be a free kick awarded to North Star. Good ball movement here by Grand Island. Islanders in the box. Jacobo with another rip, deflects and cleared out by the Gators. Headed by Martin. This one knocked towards Jacobo. And he was onside. Good defense, though, by that North Star back line. Powerful run forward by Velasquez. And excuse me, that was actually Freitas. And it'll be a North Star throw. Gomez knocking it out of play. Back to Leja. Another tackle by Grand Island. Here comes the counter. Up to Omar. Orozco. Ulloa back to Orozco. Omar keeps it in play. Middle of the box to Gomez. And Castillo gives it a shot on his left foot. Goal kick here to the Gators. Nearing the 11-minute mark remaining here in the first half. Glad you're with us. GI up 1-0 thanks to a 22nd minute goal by Moises Jacobo. He's helped up there by Nedic. Covarrubias. Big boot toward the box. Headed, bouncing dangerously. Omar with the finish on his left. And there's the signature flip by the sophomore, his 4th of the season. Grand Island leads 2-0. And Brian Covarrubias, he'll be playing football at UNK next year for his kicking prowess. Sent that ball in, it took a dangerous bounce, and Omar was there to clean it up.
That was dope.
Goal coming in the 29th minute. And Grand Island with a 2-0 lead over number 5 North Star. Through ball again. A little bit too much pace on that one. As he had Juma trying to run it down. Montiel heads it forward. Grand Island feeling good now with a 2-0 lead. Velasquez applying pressure for North Star. Islanders continuing to come. Not giving this North Star back line a moment's peace. And it'll be another corner here, the second for the Islanders. Jacobo at the 6-yard box. Ball again bouncing around, and Covarrubias sends that one high. Tough collision there. Free kick awarded to North Star. Quickly taken by the Gators. Montiel to Jacobo. Stolen away by Hornetich, rather. Gators on the counter. North Star looking dangerous here. Shot from 22 yards out, deflected. There's a flick up to Juma. And aired by Bedoya, it's headed out. Dangerous chance there for North Stars. Bedoya was unable to corral that ball. You see the keeper. Saved by Covarrubias. I believe headed that ball out. Nothing from the corner by North Star. Howdow with the throw-in. Osmanovic dispossessed. Moises Jacobo knocking it forward. Juma, the nearest Islander to the ball. He's trying to take on two Gator defenders. One back by Marroquin Solis. Gators with bodies forward. Cut back by Leja. Juma applying pressure, and you have Bekic call him under that pressure. Roscoe passes off to Juma. Nice recovery by the North Star back line yet again. Mendieta. Balls to Nedic. Shot again from the top of the box. Bedoya's there. Save number 3 for the junior. 4 subs coming in for the Islanders. Mark Uloa among them, as well as Najib Omar, Francisco Ayala, and Alejandro Hernandez. Islanders with a 2-0 lead. Moises Jacobo opened up the scoring in the 22nd minute. And it was Najib Omar 6 minutes later to double the score. Roscoe. Up to Nedic. There he goes again. All won by the back line. Roscoe trying to turn. Jake Jacobo holding up play. And another free kick awarded to North Star. Islanders win it back. Only momentarily. Good hustle by Al Wiley. Nedic up to Mendieta. Brew, a real chance for the Gators. Pulled back and blocked by Bedoya. Not out of trouble yet. And the Islanders get it out. Chance for a counter. Ceballos wins it back. Doing his job on the back line for North Star. Game really opening up here late in the half. Under 2 minutes to play. Nedic going to the far corner, and again Bedoya's there. Collision between a Roscoe and a North Star player. Gators get the ball back. So there's Castillo from the back line. Strong tackle by Bermudez. Now we're under 30 seconds. Juma trying to chase this one out. Bekic is out. Collision. And it's Grand Island ball. 15 seconds. That was Omar, excuse me, trying to chase that down. And that'll do it for the first half. Grand Island with a 2-0 lead over the Gators. Thanks to Moises Jacobo and Najib Omar. We'll take a break here. We'll come back with halftime highlights, stats, and analysis. And welcome back here to Grand Island. The lights are on as we are ready to go nearly for the second half. Brendan Axman with you as Grand Island leads North Star 2-0 here at Memorial Stadium. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that first half. Jair Orozco testing keeper Janice Bekic early. That was one of his 2 saves. And there's Najib Omar again, creating some problems for Bekic. That would be a free kick, no card awarded. We saw 1 card in the first half, but Omar again nearly getting the scoring opened up. Bekic, the big time save, but he would not be able to save this one. Moises Jacobo with the clinical touch after the fancy footwork finds the side netting. That is the junior's 7th goal of the season, and there is our yellow card. Kobe Ceballos can't do that. He had to go off momentarily, and then off of a free kick from Brian Covarrubias, Najib Omar finds the back of the net to make it 2-0. North Star, they still had some good chances as well, but they would be unable, to capitalize. Negic trying to go 5-hole on Bedoya. That was one of the junior keeper's 5 saves in the half. North Star yet to find the back of the net as they find themselves trailing the Islanders by 2. We'll take one more quick break and be back in less than a minute with the second half here on News Channel Nebraska. And welcome back. It's time to go, except we're waiting for the officials to get back out on the field. So as soon as that happens, we'll be back in action. And there they come from the locker room. Again, 2-0 here, Grand Island, looking to avenge their first loss of the season, or rather a loss when these 2 teams first met back in the Hack. North Star's only losses, they have 2 of them, have come against Lincoln Southwest. Grand Island looking to change that here tonight. A win would go a long way for both of these squads in terms of wildcard points, district seeding, and of course potential seeding at the state tournament, a place that both of these squads expect to be later this spring. Goals coming in the 22nd and the 29th minute. For Grand Island, that's been the difference. And we're back in play. North Star working it up to Al Wiley. Attempts the through ball, didn't have anybody to connect with. Bedoya comes out. North Star didn't really do anything wrong that first half. Failed clearance led to the first goal, and it was tough dealing with that long ball sent in by Covarrubias. But if you're Coach Bruno, you're just saying, we're all right, we need to do more of what we did in that first half, and you create chances. Those balls start going in the back of the net. Grand Island, though, they played amazing as well. Coach Jensen has to be happy with that first 40 minutes, of course, up 2-0. Offense making the most of their opportunities in front of goal. And another North Star player down. Looks like it may be a cramp situation. During this break in the action, I'd like to remind you that NCN coverage is proudly supported by JBS. As the #1 meat protein producer in the world, they are proud of their Grand Island employees and their shared commitment to the community. JBS, making your world stronger. Like always, a well-attended game here at Grand Island. The home fans really love their Islanders, and they're very pleased with the performance they've seen so far tonight in the first 40 minutes and some change. Grand Island up 2-0. If you're the back line of Grand Island, though, you do not relax for a moment. You have Nedic and Velasquez, both with 8 goals between them as a part of this North Star attack. They're very dangerous up top. Injured players able to walk off. And we're back in action here. Knocked up toward Orozco. Intercepted by the Gators. That was Mendieta. Brought down by Freitas. Battle in the middle of the pitch. And that one goes out of play off North Star. Both these teams filling each other out here to start this second half. Mendieta with some fancy footwork. Opportunity for Omar here. Orozco with it. Ball still at his feet. And Omar unable to keep it in. Play up the line. And Isco Ayala. It's off him. North Star throw. Intercepted by the Islanders rather yet again. Omar going up against Ceballos. Ceballos again with that yellow from the first half. Booted forward by Bekic. Jake Jacobo with the throw. Yeah, North Star came out on top of this fixture earlier this season. 2-0 win over Grand Island. The script has been flipped here. Still plenty of time left, but the Islanders enjoying that 2-0 lead. All sent across the 18. Cleared by Martin. Velasquez dispossessed. And Ayala called for the foul there. Some Grand Island fans wanted a foul earlier. But this is an opportunity for North Star. Nekic to swing this one in. He has a shot headed away by Jake Jacobo. So it'll be corner number 2 upcoming for North Star. Headed high again. North Star creating some opportunities here. Just over 5 minutes into the second half. Free kick awarded to the Islanders off of that goal kick. Covarrubias, again, he blasted a free kick into the box. It wasn't quite as far as this, but that's what led to the second goal by Omar, and he has the leg on this one. Beckett comes out, and that was a pretty dangerous opportunity created there by GI. Islanders win a corner. Excuse me, yeah, it will be a corner. Quickly taken, Castillo gets it to Jacobo. Short play, ball towards that back post. And North Star, a chance to counter. Covarrubias had other ideas. Trying to run that ball down. And mistake by North Star. Good recovery though by the Gators, specifically Ceballos. Gators clear it away. Nedic. Still making his run from the back. Here comes Nedic. And one back cleanly by Jake Jacobo. Grand Island throw. Space in the middle for the Islanders. Omar on the far side, cuts it in. There's another chip from Orozco, all bouncing around. Intercepted by Ulloa. Going back, this time Mendieta making a run. Ball still at his feet, he wins a free kick. Gators moving forward. They're running on, back post, and just skittering wide. That was the best opportunity of the night for North Star. And who else but their dangerous talisman, Velasquez. Just a little bit too much curve on it. Ball up toward Roscoe. Ceballos knocks it forward. Grand Island still holding on to this 2-0 lead. Both goals coming in the first half. Moises Jacobo in the 22nd minute. Najib Omar in the 29th. Have a glitch in there and a free kick awarded to North Star. Orozco called for the foul. North Star back line, calm under pressure there. Medic again trying to spring an attack. Covarrubias from the back line. And here comes Omar. He's onside. The sophomore looking for his second goal, cuts it inside and finds the back of the net. Grand Island up 3-0. Najib Omar strikes for the second time tonight. It is all Grand Island here. Composure by the sophomore, cuts it in and finds the back of the net. Omar now with 5 goals on this season. Goal coming in the 53rd minute, and Grand Island is rolling. And it'll be Grand Island throw here. Jacobo going for the long one, looking for Juma. Mark Uloa wins a free kick again. This is a dangerous spot. Covarrubias with the leg to send it in. Covarrubias, a big reason why Omar grabbed his first goal on a free kick similar to this one. Headed towards goal, and it hits the side netting. Error by Bekic. Fortunately for North Star, however, that it was Maya who wasn't able to handle it. Shot from deep. Beckett got his fingertips on it. Might have been wide anyway. Actually, he missed it, so nice job by the keeper. Goal kick upcoming for North Star. Bedoya out to snag that one. Nothing here, Grand Island in complete control over number 5 North Star. You have 3 Islanders subbing back on with just under 25 minutes to go. North Star with work to do. Grand Island wins the throw. Juma trying to come back and defensive support. Back to American Solis. Intercepted by Covarrubias. Substitutions coming on. Intercepted by Grand Island. North Star again winning it back. More nifty moves by the Gators. Ceballos is making an overlapping run. Here he comes, still going, taking on Orozco. Sends it across the box, Bedoya there. Yet again. Moises Jacobo with a goal to start things, then Najib Omar with 2. And Grand Island, the dominant 3-0 lead right now over number 5 North Star. Again, the Gators, only loss of the season to Lincoln Southwest, or only team they've lost to. They've been defeated by the Silverhawks twice. Got the better of Grand Island 2-0 earlier in the season. Moises Jacobo applying the pressure here. Bekic not out of the woods yet. Through ball to Moises Jacobo, and he was offside as the junior was looking for his second goal of the night. Free kick here. And we're back in play. Another North Star player slow to get up. Looks like that was Nedic. Ceballos quickly passes to him. There's some space. chance to run on. North Star backline recovers. Danger again. Grand Island getting a shot on goal. I believe that was Bermudez. Goes harmlessly out of play as Najib Omar gets ready to check back in. Another Islander also re-entering. Under 20 to go here. It's been all Grand Island here on senior night. 2 more road games before district play. Islanders head to Lincoln to take on the Spartans on the 23rd and the Silverhawks on the 29th. This result stands. This will be the 4th win in a row. And pretty much since the Islanders got back to full strength after the Heartland Athletic Conference tournament weekend. They have been playing some very good soccer, grabbing nice results against quality teams. If they're able to pair this result, should it stand, with a victory over Kearney. Islanders making some statements here late in the season, as here comes Omar again. He already has 2 goals. Step over against Ceballos. And Ayala goes down. No whistle. As for North Star, their remaining 3 games, as we have a foul against Grand Island. North Platte, I think surprised a lot of people. North Platte sitting at number 10. Then they have Kearney, who's at number 7, and then Lincoln Northeast. So 2 ranked opponents in the final 3 games. After this one are 3 ranked opponents in their final 4 games for North Star. Talking to Coach Bruno, said this is the toughest stretch of the season. Islanders with 3-on-3. Omar looking for his teammate. There is Gomez Jr. Give and go back to Omar. And the sophomore just too heavy of a touch there. He was smelling hat trick. And Bedayos will take his time here. Or Bedaya, excuse me. Knocked up towards Juma. Martin wins it back for GI. Omar again looking for space. Throw in again for Grand Island. We're under 16 minutes to go. Brandon Axman with you. Glad you've been here for some Thursday night soccer on News Channel Nebraska. Feel free to interact with us on Twitter. Give us a like, or give us a follow, give us a retweet rather. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We'll give you a shout out live on the air. We have our final score from our other game on our network tonight. Crete gets the 2-0 victory over ranked Norris. The Cardinals improve to 9-1 with that result. They're making some waves in Class B. Islanders playing baseball right now, or we're playing baseball rather, get a 10-0 victory over North Star in Game 2 of a doubleheader. That game just lasting 5 innings. Potentially a very good night for GI Athletics. North Star slow to get up. Grand Island won the first game of the doubleheader over North Star 9-3. And clock stopped here at 14:34. We'll take a break as well. Grand Island leading 3-0. Welcome back here. We're nearing the 14-minute mark after an injury timeout. We have a yellow card issued to North Star. This one right outside the box. Not quite sure who that was. Ceballos had a yellow in the first half. I believe that was him again. And looks like that's going to be Izaguirre, a sophomore, given the yellow. More soccer news coming in from across the state. Kearney gets the 4-0 victory over Columbus. Columbus still rated in Class B, even though that drops them to 5-5 just because they've been playing pretty much every team as a ranked opponent. Kearney, though, feeling good to get back on the winning track. And Covarrubias should have a go from here. Takes a shot on the free kick, splits the uprights. Not too far off, though. North Star running out of time. Islanders switch the field. Ulloa inside to Omar. Juma falls for a shot from deep. That one well wide and over as well. Covarrubias knocks it forward out of play. Again, Grand Island, if you're just joining us, goals from Moises Jacobo. First goal of the game back in the 22nd minute. Najib Omar made it 2-0 in the 29th minute. That was the score at halftime, and Najib Omar found the back of the net again in the second half. Striking in the 52nd minute to make it 3-0. Grand Island appearing to be well on their way to avenging their loss earlier in the season to North Star. That was a 2-0 result. Ceballos to take this free kick here. Towards Bedoya, who punches it away. Dangerous chance here for North Star. Shot is blocked from Velasquez. All kept in play here by Leija. Nearly splits the defense. Omar going to try to chase this one down. Jake Jacobo, composed. Nedic. Going for the back post. There's the header, and it goes over the crossbar. Another dangerous ball sent in. See Hao Dao. Wishing he was able to put that one down. Nearing the 10-minute mark here in Grand Island. More build-up play from the back for North Star. Velasquez passes it off. Turnover, chance for a counter. Jacobo, there's the through ball. Omar, clean through, looking for the hat trick. And Bekic, what a save. Yanis Bekic comes out again. Now Omar, in fairness, could have 4 goals had it not been for a similar save like that from Bekic in the first half. Senior keeper showing poise when he's forced to come out off his line. But the Islanders attacking again, and that's just tough break there for Abdul Juma because he had nobody in front of him. The Islanders had 3-on-2, and Juma just a little too giddy. Waved for offside. You're going to see some more opportunities, though, for the Islanders here late. North Star forced to send bodies forward. They have a lot of work to do, though, and not a lot of time to do it. Leija. Nedic. Stolen away. Jacobo applying pressure on Zmanovic. And we have yellow card issued to Velasquez. It's the 3rd yellow card issued to the Gators here tonight. As you see, we have a lot of Islanders waiting to come back on. Our clock is stopped. Currently, we're about to be back in play, and there you see Ulloa, Ayala, Jose Hernandez, Montiel, Almquist, And Gomez, or Aguilar rather, getting ready to come in. And Moises Jacobo, an official, getting applause from the crowd as the side judge helped Jacobo tie his shoe. That was nice to see. Chance here for Omar. The sophomore still with the ball glued to his feet. And a solid slide tackle there by the Gators to finally deal with the threat. Asamovic. GI looking to counter. Game opening up here late. Nedic. Searching for somebody, no one home. And here comes those 5 Islanders. .636 left to here in the ball game. And this is going to be a great result for Grand Island, barring a minor miracle. North Star not giving up though, to their credit. Steven Castillo wins the free kick. North Star still trying to crack that code against this Islander defense that so far has a shutout they're holding on to. Nedic to take this free kick from 20 yards out. Ceballos at the top of the box goes for the curler and nearly finds it. We're under 5 to play. Composure got his top spin on it and hit the crossbar of the upright. Ball sent forward into the box. Covarrubias deals with the threat. Ceballos. GI wins the ball back. You have Almquist trying to release his teammate. Beckett boots it away. Under 3.5, and Grand Island, they're going to come away victors in this one. This is a huge win. Will be a huge win. You look at what they did last week, 1-0 win over Kearney. This scoreline stays the same, 3-0 win over North Star, a top 5 team. Grand Island starts building its credentials as a state contender. Of course, it's big for districts, big for state seeding. Big for pretty much just about everything, and there's still a lot of soccer yet to be played, but in terms of momentum as well, Grand Island continues to grow in strength as the season winds down, the regular season. And the Islanders disappointed to fall to Kearney in the first round of state last season as that shot goes just wide. Both these teams had very similar trajectories for this year. Both teams made it to state last year. Both were knocked out in the first round. Both expect to be back at state this year, and both expect to advance. And both teams have the capabilities and talent to do that. And North Star, they have a quick turnaround. On Saturday, they host North Platte. And they also have Kearney on the docket. We're under 90 seconds. And North Star narrowly missing getting on the score sheet again. Bedoya and Velasquez connecting. And Velasquez is unable to put it on frame. And a little slow to get up. So Velasquez still down. We'll take a quick break here with under a minute to go. We'll return and wrap things up here on News Channel Nebraska. And welcome back here. Jonathan Velasquez is coming off the field. We're under a minute to play. And Grand Island leading North Star 3-0. They're going to come out of here with a big-time victory. Makes a little bit of a statement for the Islanders. Again, you look at where GI stacks up against the state's best. They've taken down Kearney and North Star. Something that does stick out, or you can look back to, was their game against Omaha South. That was a 4-0 defeat against the Packers, who currently sit at number 2. That was a game with a lot of mistakes. A game where Coach Jensen has tinkered with the starting lineup quite a bit, trying to find the right combination. But the Islanders are certainly improving as this season wears on, with just 2 more games after this one left in the regular season. And we're almost back in action. And Covarrubias will take this kick, so we put actually a minute 12 back on the clock. And here we go. Nedic, he's been trying all game to create or find the back of the net. He's had some great opportunities. North Star not without chances, but Grand Island has made the most of theirs. Under 30 seconds. Grand Island may get one more chance here. Ten seconds. And that will do it here in Grand Island. The Islanders get revenge over North Star and take down the Gators 3-0. Here at Memorial Stadium, Grand Island improves to 10-3. North Star drops to 9-3. We'll take a break here, be back and hear from Coach Jensen as well as our player of the game when we return. And welcome back here to Grand Island. Before we hear from Coach Jensen and our player of the game, we're going to take a look at the top plays. And News Channel Nebraska's top plays are brought to you by the Central Nebraska Regional Airport in Grand Island, with daily service to Dallas-Fort Worth and twice weekly flights to Las Vegas and Phoenix Mesa. From here, you can go anywhere. Number 6 Grand Island hosting number 5 North Star. The Islanders looking for revenge from a 2-0 defeat earlier in the season to the Gators. And in the 22nd minute, it's Moises Jacobo with the footwork, with the finish. It is 1-0 GI. Shortly thereafter, off of a free kick from Brian Covarrubias, the deflection goes to Najib Omar, the sophomore, makes the Gators pay. It's 2-0 heading into halftime. North Star would create some opportunities in the second half, but it would not be enough. They would not capitalize. Najib Omar would. This goal coming in at the 52nd minute. The Islanders are rolling over the Gators 3-0. Omar nearly with the hat trick, but it wasn't for a great save by the keeper to knock that one out in Yanis Bekic. North Star frantically searching for goals late. Unfortunately for the Gators, they would not find it, and the Islanders get a dominant 3-0 victory on senior night to improve to 10-3 on this season. I'm Brandon Axmit, and those are News Channel Nebraska's top plays. We'll take a break and be back and hear from Coach Jensen and our player of the game to wrap things up here on News Channel Nebraska. And welcome back here to Grand Island. With us, our player of the game, Brian Covarrubias. Grand Island gets the 3-0 victory over number 5 Lincoln North Star. Brian, you're a senior on this team. You're a captain on this team. These guys beat you 2-0 earlier this season. How come you guys beat them 3-0 here tonight?
I mean, when we played them in that HAC semifinal, we we weren't ready. I don't feel as we were as ready as we were today. I mean, we got into that locker room. Coach Jensen kept us in there. And, I mean, when we just walked in and we just got pumped, knowing that if we win this game, it's going to put us in a real good situation for district. So, and us seniors, we weren't going to let that loss, we were going to let us lose, and so we wanted to take the win and come out here and defeat these guys. And we had a chip on our shoulder. The guys beat us 2-0, and we weren't feeling the best last game, but we came out here and did our work.
And you, in terms of doing your work, accounted for 2 of the goals to Najib Omar. You got that big leg. You're going to be kicking footballs at UNK next year, but walk us through how you were able to create those opportunities.
These guys, their keeper was kind of iffy on the backside post, and I found it out last game in the SAC semifinals. We just didn't have guys crashing, but I was in that locker room and I told the guys to crash back post every time I sent a long ball, and Najib was there every time. And that second ball was just, the guy took a big touch in that middle, and I just kind of swept it away from him, and I knew I had to release it into space somehow. And I didn't really see Najib into space, but he found the end to the ball and he just kind of did the rest.
You mentioned this being senior night. You, of course, are being a senior, but what does this mean for you? You've had a lot of great memories on this field, and to have your last home game here, at least of the regular season, to end on a high note like this, what does that mean?
Oh, it's a great honor. I love this place. I love Grand Island. I love the community, the fans, and everything. And these guys, we just put our heart out into the field, and we'll do anything for this school, this town. And it's about time we come out here and just demolish some teams and just kind of host. We want 2 more games to this field, so that's how we're doing.
Well, Brian, congrats on the great performance. We're hoping, like you guys, that we'll be hosting a couple more districts here in a few weeks or so, but enjoy the victory tonight.
Thank you, sir.
That's Brian Covarrubias, our player of the game. He had 2 assists in the victory. Grand Island wins 3-0 over North Star. We'll hear from Coach Jensen shortly when we return. And welcome back here to Grand Island. Joining us, head coach Jeremy Jensen. Coach, just defeated North Star 3-0. They beat you 2-0 earlier. I know you weren't quite full strength in that first contest against the Gators, but it still seemed like there was something different in the way your Islanders were playing. Do you factor anything else into what brought you this result here tonight?
Well, I think it's just improvement. The boys really did. They played fantastic tonight. There were a couple opportunities, but you're going to give those types of things up to really good teams. And North Star's a really good team. They've got a handful of players that could start for any team in the state. And so, I think it was just a lot of focus. It was senior night. It was emotional. Understanding that for 8 of those boys, this potentially was going to be the last time that they got to play in front of their home fans on this turf. And we need to keep winning if we want to host. And, I talked about that before the game. And, I was really pleased with how we came out and got this win.
In terms of wins recently, you have the Kearney victory on this field over a ranked opponent, North Star, sitting at number 5. Their only losses of the season against Lincoln Southwest. What does this result say to people across the state in terms of what Grand Island can do?
Well, I think, in my mind, we're definitely in the conversation within the top, 5 to 8 teams. I don't know that we're necessarily inside that top 3 yet. We're getting better. We've got a lot of really high quality players out there. We're learning to play the game the way we want to play collectively, and we're dangerous. When you look at our back line, Roy and Brian really solidifying those center back spots. Jake has played fantastic out on the right side. Stephen Castillo, I just rave about him as our left back. Our midfield's playing really well, but then when you have Jair and Najib and the speed that they can bring, and my goodness, if Najib continues to learn how to finish, he's going to have a bright future. And it's so exciting because, he's only a sophomore. But, we spent a lot of time in training this last week working on finishing. And, the first goal that Najib got was nice. It was probably flashy and exciting. I know he did his flying somersault. But the second one he got was the one that really made the coaching staff the most excited because of what he did. It was what we talked about in training. It was setting the goalkeeper up, not just blasting the ball into the goalkeeper's gloves and sternum. And he took his time. He set the goalkeeper up and, finished phenomenally. So it's exciting for us.
He's a youngster. You already mentioned a few of the seniors in Covarrubias and Castillo, but this being senior night, Anything you especially want to say about this group of seniors that you remember as the season is still going on, but it's obviously a fun game to have senior night for?
Well, it's always emotional, and I'm not really a rah-rah guy when it comes to pregame speeches because truthfully I get emotional. I think really the last fiery pregame speech I gave was at the state tournament, and next thing you know I had tears in my eyes and I could barely talk, and so I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. And tonight, when I was in there with the locker room, I just, I had the guys, there was 8 seniors, and we talked about all of the festivities and we talked about all that stuff. But, I walked out of the locker room and just said, guys, this is the last opportunity potentially for you guys to be playing a game here. And I hope you come out ready to go because you keep winning and it won't be the last time that you come out here and play. And I just left the locker room and let the captains and the seniors talk to the team before they came out. And obviously they came out focused and ready to go because that's a really good team that we just beat 3-0. And so it's exciting for us.
Well, Coach, congrats on the victory. Good luck on the next 2 games in Lincoln, and here's to hopefully hosting districts here in a few weeks.
Yeah, I definitely hope to be standing on this the same spot talking to you after a win. Thank you.
Grand Island 3-0 victory over North Star. We're wrapping things up here from Grand Island. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Brandon Axmit. Thank you to all our terrific camera operators. Ethan in the truck. We'll see you next time on News Channel Nebraska.